Hey everyone, welcome back. And today we have a big announcement to make. We are going to start a new series on Compose Multiplatform. Previously, we created a crash course on SwiftUI, and I'm glad that many of you found it useful. Now, similarly, I will be creating a course on Compose Multiplatform. Here also, we will be keeping it like a crash course for now, but we'll be including a Kotlin refresher part for beginners. So if you're totally new to programming, there will be a section for you too. And for those who have already experience in Compose or iOS app development, it will be it can be treated as a crash course for you, as you can skip the Kotlin refresher section, and things will be explained in detail. So if you are a beginner or you are an experienced person, this course will be helpful for both of you guys. Now let's see what Compose Multiplatform is. So Compose Multiplatform is a declarative framework for sharing UIs across multiple platforms based on Kotlin Multiplatform and Jetpack Compose. So as the name suggests, Compose Multiplatform, it is basically a mix of Compose, which is Jetpack Compose, and Kotlin Multiplatform. Kotlin Multiplatform is a programming language that Android uses, and Jetpack Compose is a framework through which you can design the UI of the application for Android applications. So JetBrains has launched a mixture of both, which is Compose Multiplatform, which basically provide a shared UI for Android, iOS, desktop as well as web. So using a single code base, you can design applications for all the platforms. It is very cool, right? Previously there were technologies like Flutter, React Native. There are still solutions like Flutter and React Native which are doing the same thing. But if you are from Android or iOS background, then you will have to learn a totally new technology to get familiar with it. But Compose Multiplatform is very useful if you already have some experience in Android or iOS. So I find it very helpful. Like JetBrains has done a wonderful job keeping the programming language same, which is Kotlin, as well as the framework as same. So the learning curve is very low for people who are already familiar with Android or iOS app development. Now, as we already discussed, the supported platforms are iOS, Android, desktop, as well as web. In desktop too, it supports all the major three platforms, which is Windows, macOS, and Linux. iOS is still in beta and web is in alpha. So this is currently work in progress, but they will be releasing a stable version soon. So maybe by the time you are watching this course, we already have a stable version released. Now, coming to the next section, it says Compose Multiplatform is a accelerated UI development. Uh, yeah, that's true because you can create UI using single code base, and the same UI will be visible all across the platform. So if you were previously in a problem of UI sync, like the UI was looking different in Android and different in iOS, that won't be the case now because you are writing a single code base for UI, which is being shown in all the four platforms. So your UI will always look similar. Even if you want to show something different on a different platform, you can do it too, and we'll be seeing how we can achieve it in our upcoming lectures. Um, they say Android UI and architecture skills for other platform. Yeah. So if you are already familiar with Android, then it will be a very easy pick for you as the syntax, the programming language, the framework all are same. So it will be very easy for you to move from Android to Compose multi-platform. Only a little bit of things are different, but it will be a very easy migration for you too. They have created it in such a way that even if you already have a iOS application and a separate Android application, and you want to integrate some part of the code, let's say you got a new feature to add a chat screen in your application, you can develop that chat module in Compose multi-platform and integrate it with your existing code base in iOS or in Android. So that can be done too. Instead of creating a whole new application from scratch, you can just create a new module and integrate it in your existing iOS and Android application. So this is also a very useful feature. So instead of migrating whole code base from native iOS application to Compose multi-platform, you can do it one by one, module by module. So component level reuse. So Compose multi-platform says that instead of designing a whole screen in one go, you should divide it into components that can be reused, and you can use it on another screen too. So Compose multi-platform promotes component level reuse. Gradual adoption. So as we discussed, it says the same. Instead of migrating the whole code base, you can even integrate it in your existing application. All right, so that's it about it. I guess we have discussed what Compose multi-platform is and how we can and what are the features of Compose multi-platform. So in the upcoming lectures, we will be diving deeper into it, and we'll see through the code that how we can run it in various platforms. So that's it for this lecture. I hope you guys are excited to learn Compose multi-platform, and see you guys in next lecture. Thank you.